Hello people, this is Mike June II. Welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Superstar Ultra, and this time we are doing post-commentary again for Helper to Hero. Kirby's not the only hero. I did that too fast. No, what do you do? Actually, no, I can read here. Kirby's not the only hero. Helpers can be heroes too. We'll prove it in an all-star battle. Beat 13 fours as one of many helpers. Master each one. So yes, today we're going to be doing post-commentary again, this time on purpose. And it's basically the arena. Different bosses, and you can only use the one character, which is the ability that is being used. To my knowledge, there should be only one helper that is not in this, which is the quote-unquote starship helper. Basically, if you're on two-player mode, when you have the special starship, like when you're fighting Kabula or the inside of the Nero or the comet ship, you know, that whole giant clock thing, you will actually get a helper if you have a second player. So here's all of them. I go through every single one of them for you guys so you can read all their names and stuff. For some reason, we got the Blade Knight twice. I do not know if they're any different whatsoever. One might be more akin to Meta Knight for the obvious next one that we're going to be doing, but I'm not sure because there really isn't a Meta Knight friend. I really don't know how to say this. Today I'm actually going to be using Jim. I should have written it. Hopefully I written it in the title now. I'm trying to change my titles a bit. I was actually curious about what Tak did, because Tak is the copy ability, and he actually has a completely different moveset than Kirby. But no, I decided to use Jim because I wanted... Yeah, I've been talking about how I think the yo-yo does not get enough credit in this game, and I figured why not do it here, so I did it. I showed it off. When I did my first run of the game, I did a lot better during the main runs, though I absolutely sucked for the final boss that we're going to be getting. But here, I do better during... I suck at the main stuff, but I actually kick ass at the final boss. So... Which is actually a secret. It's actually a new boss, something different that we haven't seen before. So basically, what I'm doing here is that, as I said with the yo-yo, I tried learning how to do the yo-yo with the arena. Well, I actually decided to kind of finally say, fuck it, I'm going to learn how to do it here. And grabbing onto many of the different items, such as the stars that enemies leave behind. And then I use that to hit the enemy with, like a suplex, which does tons of damage to the enemy. So as I've said, either hold, for the yo-yo ability, either hold up or down instead of the left button, or else you'll probably do your dash where you run right through them. I do recommend doing this dash, that one, because it gives you some invincibility frames to get past an enemy if for some reason they're charging for you and you can't get out of the way fast enough. But anyway, no, and I also liked using it because of the whole, the spin ability. So that's something I really did like. I don't know what I was doing there, waiting on figuring it out. But anyway, we don't fight every boss from the original game, but we do fight most of them, as you heard, with 13 bosses. And technically, we have a 2 in a row at the end, but we'll figure that out later. Yeah, actually, it's funny. You would think that Kracko might be a little difficult somewhat, but he's not because of the way he's so far down that you can easily grab a Waddle Doo and smack him with it. So, pretty nice. Also, we have the maximum tomatoes. There's not as many as there are normally. And, oh, by the way, pay attention to the right of the arena. There's actually more characters. I believe it's Luigi and Toad. Oh, no. Toad's on the left side. I don't know. But pay attention to the right side. There's also Luigi and another character. Kind of funny. Oh, yeah, and in the back, there's a ghost. In the regular background, there's a ghost. More near the right side, there's a ghost. I forgot what game that's from. But no, DDD is actually not that not that hard here. Because DDD kind of freaks out every time you get close to him. So, like every time you hit him, he like stops. He lags. So basically, this ability is the best way to take on Dynablade, if I remember correctly. It's kind of difficult to use the stars to hit him. Also, this attack is a pain in the ass because even if you guard, it will hit you. So. Pain in my fucking ass, I hate that. If you can, if he dives under, fly over him. It's actually kind of funny. It seems easier to use the partner's abilities to actually fly. Funny enough, the reason being that when Kirby flies, he has to spit out what he has in his mouth before he can attack. With the partner, they plain up do it. That's awesome. How I finished that right there. Just boom, right down the middle. Fuck yeah, Dynablade. Now we have the harder version of this boss. Definitely kind of difficult with Jim, though. Do use the invincibility frames when you do the dash. It's the best way to dodge damage when he's coming for you. Because that's usually my biggest issue when fighting him is, oh no, he's doing this and I can't get by it. I don't know if you can do the dash entirely when he's that close. I don't know if maybe you have to test it a little bit further. If you can't tell difference, the music is very different from the actual arena. There is different music for all 3 different versions of the arena. The last one, obviously, being the true arena, which I've already talked about. I don't think I'm going to be getting it done in anytime soon. I've been trying to do it recently. I've been getting stuck at the second to last one. I can't even get to the very last one. I mean, if I could just get to the very last one, I might just show that, but I can't even get that far so far. So it'll be an extra video in the future that if I ever get it done with. But I do want to practice with it still. This is also not a too bad one to hit with the yo-yo ability. The yo-yo ability actually is not that bad. It works out very, very well, and I have to give credit where credit is due. The yo-yo ability does not get enough credit after using the partner here and having to just use yo-yo. Because I did it on my first try. Like, I did a practice run, and then I went straight and I did this, like, right away. It's been a few days since I recorded this, but I did it right away, and it was just so funny because, you know, I got to the very last boss, no problem, but, so I was just like, damn, you know, I mean, usually I get rid of it when I want to, but... Now, if you want to, just take the tomato. If you're low on health, take the fucking tomato no matter what. Because the fact is that more than likely, if you die, you're going to die because, you can't... It's not like you can save the tomato, so just fucking use it. Unless you think you're going to need the maximum tomato after a round, just take the tomato if you're low on health. As long as you know you're still going to have some, damage left over. Like, you're not going to do a full heal from it. I have to say, the mini-bosses are what piss me off the most sometimes. They can be very much just a giant pain in the ass. Personally, I feel like you can't, you get kind of constrained with them. Because you're like, well, they're not that big, but how they hit is like you have to get close to them, so. But with the yo-yo ability, it's not too bad. Funny enough, I like using the down, then up B move where he does the spin, but it's actually easier just to keep, just attacking, no problem. The only time you might want to stop attacking is, well, 1, that. And 2, if you want to see if you can get... That's why I got hit there, but I tried grabbing onto the apple to hit him with. It's kind of... It's more difficult to do with moving enemies, but if it's anything that stands still, it's actually pretty damn easy. Yeah, this is when I started sucking. Like, I was like, holy shit, can I, You know, what's wrong with me? I don't get what's going on here. Now, you can't, obviously you can't have a partner with you on this helper to hero, but you can have a second player that is also a hero, if I remember correctly. So, keep that in mind. I don't know why I guarded them. If you can dodge all of the heavy lobster's attack, there is no point in trying to just guard it. Just do what you can. Unless, like there, where you get far enough away and you can just spam attacks and he can't do anything. I do love heavy lobster, but I have to say he's a pretty damn easy boss, personally. He's probably one of the easiest in the game. And you did. Oh, yes, the computer virus. This is a funny one to me, because just, I don't know, it's funny to me. Now, I could be wrong, but I do believe that Helper to Hero, it's a set pattern each time about what boss comes when. So don't think that, I know it's, in every game, it's always, the last boss is always determined. And actually God, I can't fucking think, Michael, your brain is broken. In the true arena, the last 4 bosses are actually always in the same order, which kind of sucks, so that means you can't take out, like, one of the... That's the reason why I have difficulty, because I have to practice on a boss that's, not... You can't fight him regularly. We're actually going to see him next round, and that's the boss I'm losing against in the true arena. But I can't practice enough on him to, get used to patterns and stuff, so I just have to keep fighting until I get to that point, and hope I have an ability that I've used before and practice with it. But no, I have to say, actually, this whole computer virus is actually probably one of the worst here, is for actually fighting. Out of any of the bosses, just because it's hard to do damage against them, and they can get a lot of pot shots on you with, because it's hard to determine which move they're going to be using against you, so usually you have to guard. And, like, guarding here is smart, but sometimes you get, like, the frost move, or the, for this specific boss, he does the through the air thing where you have the little cutters fly at you. Those will hurt you even if you have your defenses up, so that's also a pain in the ass. It sucks. Oh, fun fact, I can't believe I didn't note this. If you defeat I'm only going to be defeating one boss here. I don't know if I've said this specifically, but if I do any of the other ones, it's going to be fun videos, probably my random video of the week kind of stuff, just to help fill in. I have an ideal for doing attack and or the plasma ability, but if you defeat every character here, in this arena, if you use every character, you unlock all of the cutscenes from the original Superstar. I've never known that. I only found that out recently. So if I'm mixed up in any details, I do apologize. I don't know why I did that. When I did my practice run, I knew that didn't work. So I don't know why. Like, after I did it, I'm like, wait a second, that didn't work. Why the fuck did I try doing that? It's basically impossible to hit Meta Knight with that move. Unless you get the timing just fucking right, which means you're probably counting step by step. But Meta Knight isn't too bad with a mid-ranged ability. Just know what the hell you're doing. Right here, I kind of tried to grab the star there, but it's very difficult to. So I don't recommend grabbing it. If you have suplex, feel free to do it, but it's more difficult with if it's not right in front of you. If it's behind Meta Knight, it's don't even try it. Alright, so lucky enough here, we have a maximum tomato left before we take on the final boss, which is a question mark for some reason. But it's obviously Wham Bam. I mean, come on, game. We're not stupid. So, whatever. So, simple rock boss. Actually, this is probably where Jim shines the most, funny enough. Because, which makes him a good, probably, person to use against this arena if you're having trouble. If you want to learn any ability, hammer this one. But, basically, because he can grab onto these rocks, I decided to guard because I didn't have a good lock on him, one of them. But because he can use the, he can grab items as well, kind of like suplex. He can grab onto any of the rocks and then throw them at the boss. This is actually good. I think I showed this off here? No, I don't. I think I tried to while I was far away, funny enough, so I just never did it. What's a good move, if I remember correctly, is to do that, then do that move when you do up. So anyway, we are done with the True Arena, guys. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. So, hope you... Wait, why is the music still going? What the hell? Wait, what? Welcome to Wham Bam Jewel. So, yes, basically he has higher defenses than the original one. So basically he's a, I would somewhat say palette swap, but trust me, he does a lot of different moves. Like this. He will fire at the ground. I used plasma. That was a perfect shot to hit him a few times with that. His pattern seems to actually be more readable than the... it's very similar to the regular Wham Bam, but this one's a lot more readable. And funny enough, his pattern stops after a while, but many of his moves are actually easy to determine, so it's just not getting hit by them. The only one that's hard to do is that with the one where he fired bullets out of his finger. Basically, that one gets more of a pain in the ass because he follows you after the first time he does it. I've had some times where he does it right away, but not as often. Also, I also found out something interesting. When you do that move, the move I just showed, when you do that move, you're actually invincible, so that is a good way. I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute. So I did it. So when he did it again, I did it like that, and he went right past me. So if you can time it just right, it's actually a great way to hit the boss. And here I finished out. Because those stars can go pretty far left and right in the air, so it's a perfect... Jim's a perfect partner to use here. But no, that is the Helper to Hero. It's not that long. Honestly, I knew this wasn't gonna be a bad video at all. It's not long at all, but it is a lot of fun. Though you have to do multiple characters to get the full stuff out of it. I'm only gonna be doing the one for this specific video. I'm showing that my run was actually faster here again in the arena than it was my last one. So yeah, I did pretty good. Here it doesn't show, but I've also beaten it with Tack, the copy ability, and Plasma. I tried doing Fighter the other day, but I could not work it up. I'd also have trouble doing it with Mirror, but I'll do as many as I can whenever I feel like it, but I don't know if I'll actually be able to get all of them and show off the whole... I think you only have to beat it once to get the quote-unquote 100% in the game. But other than... Because there is 100% at the beginning of the game, but where it has a percentage about how much you can do. But other than that... Oh, no, wait, no, I did... No, that was Bonker's highest. I don't know what my other one was then. Fuck it. But no, guys, next time we're going to be taking on Meta Nightmare Ultra. So yeah, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. This is basically going to be the final thing. After that, I'm going to do extras where I do all of the mini games because I forgot about that. But since we haven't unlocked them all yet, we have one more to unlock, and I think we're only going to unlock it after Meta Nightmare Ultra. It's best just to wait until then to do it. So I'll just have to do it as an extra video. So basically, the end of the grand finale is going to be next time, guys, with Meta Nightmare Ultra. It's going to be more than one video, so don't worry about that. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed. I will catch you guys next time. This is Mike Jr. II, signing out.